the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Deep, receiver open, caught, touchdown! High school football, it is playoff time, and it is the regional round of the 5A playoffs, and we are at East Ascension Spartan Stadium in Gonzales, where the 17 seed East Ascension Spartans, 6-3 on the season, take on the top seed, the Zachary High School Broncos, 11-0 on the season. I'm Jeff Porsche. I'll be joined by Jeff Pyron in just a few minutes as East Ascension tries to pull off the big upset in the 5A playoffs. But first, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Tata Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Tata Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Tata Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Welcome back, and we are almost ready. Jeff Porsche with Jeff Pyron, East Ascension, the 17 seed, taking on Zachary, the number 1 seed. And Jeff, these two teams were supposed to play earlier this season, and Hurricane kind of got in the way. And so it seems kind of fitting that they're going to play here tonight and get another chance at a good matchup.
Yeah, I know Coach Darnell Lee's excited about it, and I think
playing Zachary in the playoffs. Might be a little bit sweeter than that first game. I think they missed the first game also of 2019 for COVID.
Yeah.
So I think 2 scheduled games missing in back-to-back years, and now get them back here at Spartan Stadium.
And they're the home team tonight, and that is because East Ascension beat Southside in Lafayette last week. It was a 17-16 game, and the way the LHSAA playoffs work is in the second round, if you played on the road and the other team played a home game, and of course the 1 seed's going to play a home game, then East Ascension, the team that played on the road last week, gets to be the home team. And so that's kind of why it is. It seems kind of unusual. Most people would think, well, why isn't the number 1 seed playing this as a home game? It's because they played at home last week, and East Ascension did not. And that's kind of how the LHSAA playoffs work. As you can see there, East Ascension is getting ready to come out. Zachary on the other side is getting ready to come out as well. They're wearing their road jerseys, which are white with blue numbers. And Zachary's colors blue and red with black trim, and a lot of the games sometimes wear the black jerseys. East Ascension wearing the all blue tonight, and they look good going monochrome, and I like it.
Yeah, all white is very reminiscent of some of the NFL games, right? They were,
yeah.
What do they call them?
Color rush.
Color rush games. Yeah,
yes.
All white and then all blue. And look, to speak to your 17, seed playing a 1 seed, if you're going to beat a 17 seed, you want to play at home. If you're going to play the 1 seed in a game in the playoffs, you want to do it on your turf. So,
yes.
Hopefully Coach Lee got his guys ready. I'm sure he does. They're going to be fired up. But you'd rather have it here at Spartan Stadium.
And the Broncos head to the field. They are the visitors, and they are ready. And they come out first, and East Ascension waiting to come out on the far right side. And they have the flags ready, the band is ready, the spirit teams are ready. And it looks like we are just about ready. As here comes the flag crew. And here come the Spartans. Now, East Ascension and Santa Ma played a lot of their games this season at Dutchtown because the fields were getting ready. And, Jeff, of course, you know a lot about that. But the nice thing is, even though they had to play all those games, both Santa Ma and East Ascension are playing a home game playoffs at their home stadium.
That's right. I think, look at the atmosphere. You got fireworks going out. You had your big boy offensive linemen running out with Spartan Nation flags. The Too Much Blue crew, great.
And so when you look at the bracket and the regional round, this game is paired up with the 9 versus 8, West Monroe versus Chalmette. And then you see the other games down at the bottom. Is the one that a lot of people around here are most interested in. Santa Ma going to Acadiana. Dutchtown went to Acadiana last week and lost. And then they're paired up with the Captain Shreve Parkway game, and those 2 teams from Shreveport. So that's a North Louisiana matchup right there as we get ready for the coin toss. And 12, 11, and 10 are out there for East Ascension. And those would be Jaquel Mack, Keith Thomas, and Alan Starks. And you see number 22 for Zachary right there, one of the captains, Carlton Johnson. And we'll get the rest of them in just a moment. See number 42, Imari Sibley. .23, Connor Wisham. And so East Ascension defers. Zachary will receive. And so before the kick, we will take a look at the Zachary offensive starters. But before we do that, well, we'll do that right now. Eli Holstein at quarterback, Texas A&M commit. Then you have a lot of receivers, Williams, the 2 Williams, and Senegal, the running back Connor Wisham, and then the 4th receiver Charles Robertson. Charlet, Hinyard, Holiday, Walls, and Nelson on the offensive line. But right now we'll go to the prayer, national anthem, and then we'll get to the opening kickoff as you take a look right there a little longer at the Zachary offensive starters. But I believe we're just about ready for the color guard and the national anthem.
Everyone please rise for the presentation of the colors and flags of our national anthem. Color guard for tonight's game are national flag holder Robert Martinez, state flag holder Michael Salazar, left rifleman Ray Schilling, and right rifleman Mia Roussel.
Just about ready for the opening kickoff between East Ascension and Zachary. East Ascension will be kicking off to Zachary. You see the information that we're going to bring to you right here, and you see that 3 teams in the non-select side of the bracket are still alive in 5A, and that's Santa Maria Woodlawn, East Ascension. Dutchtown has been eliminated. Catholic plays in the select. In 4-5A, Zachary and Denham Springs remain. Central was eliminated, but they were eliminated by Denham Springs, so they were going to lose a team anyway, Jeff.
That was a big win at Denham Springs, 27 seed over a 6, I think it was.
Yes.
And it wasn't just a small victory. They ran all over them with a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, it was a big upset and a big rout. And we're going to look at some more of the graphics, but they're the only top 10 seed to lose in 5A.
That's right.
So we are going to go to the opening kickoff, and that means Evan Kern will kick for East Ascension. So they'll start the game kicking from left to right, and Zachary will be back deep to receive. So the second round of the high school playoffs is underway at Spartan Stadium, and the kickoff is dropped and picked up at the 19, and a good return. Still moving forward past the 35. So good forward progress and a good push. And Zachary will have a 1st and 10 from the approximately 35-yard line. Looks like that's where they're spotted. We've already seen the offensive starters for Zachary, and of course they're going to be led by number 10 Holstein, the junior quarterback. who will be playing on Saturdays in Texas A&M. And first down, quick shotgun pass is caught to the 40, and he breaks outside. He's got room, and he's down to the 41-yard line. Catch made by number 19, Cameron Senegal.
Yeah, big gain right there. You're just wondering what Zachary was going to do. Are they going to come out running and throw? And they're a great throwing football team, and Hosteen finds him in the flat right there, and 19 takes it the rest of the way.
And you saw number 1 on the block, Luke Wisham. They're a very well-coached team, and their receivers did a good job sealing that outside, and he was able to get out and gain about 25 on the play. It's 1st and 10 for the Broncos. And there's a fake. No, it's a handoff, actually, and about 5 yards. Good push by the offensive line, and carry going to bring up 2nd down and 5, and the carry made by number 23, Connor Wisham. Let's look at the defensive starters for East Ascension. And you got the 2 Josephs on the defensive line, Sidney and Aiden Joseph, Thomas Lee Jr. at the end. And then the linebackers, one change, Jaquel Mack. He's going both ways. Carter, Burfict, and Hayes. Cornerbacks, Bolden and Walker. Safeties, Thomas and Broussard. And on 2nd down, overthrows the intended receiver. Maybe a miscommunication there. Looked like he was trying to go to Senegal again, Jeff.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody was sitting out in the flat. I think he thought a different route was gonna happen. And I don't know if the viewers are noticing or not, but Coach Leach coming out in a 4-man front. Mm-hmm. He talked about having a little bit of a wrinkle here, maybe doing some similar things he did to Woodlawn, which was more of a 3-man front. But Zachary's pretty big up front. Their offensive linemen, they are massive. And defense is, EA is not small either.
No, it's 3rd and 5. The extra down lineman is Lambert, Alex Lambert. You know him. He's been a starter all season. He missed a playoff game.
Now they're in that 3-man front.
And the ball's on the ground, and East Ascension has it.
There's your turnover.
And that is Joshua Burfict, I believe, number 25 with the fumble recovery. Just a miscommunication.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a zone read play, and Hosteen just couldn't get it in the belly of the running back. Looked like he was going to try to pull it, and that would have been the right read.
I think Big Aiden Joseph kind of knocked the ball away with his big body right there.
He was right there.
And so Zachary does not score on their opening drive.
No, Jeff, if you're going to beat a number 1 seed, turnovers got to be in your favor. Let's hope EA capitalizes right here.
You got to get all the breaks. First down, Samuel, and there's a hole at about 6 or 7 as we look at the East Ascension starters on offense. Dunn and Walter Samuel are in the backfield. Then you have the receivers, Mitchell, Starks, Jupiter, and Mack. And then on the offensive line, Richardson, Banks, Ennis, Gray, and Jackson, and that rounds out the offensive starters, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, boy, Jeff, the first play, 4 wide, split them out, and then no tight end or anything, and handoff right up the middle to Samuel.
And Samuel gets it again, and he gets ahead for about maybe a yard, maybe 2. It looks like he's going to get a good spot at the 46, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2 as we look at the defensive starters for Zachary really fast.
Be a big conversion for him here, Jeff.
Veal, Jackson, Haney, Smith, Johnson, Sibley, Howard, Freeman, Hamilton, Nelson, and Robinson. And that's the Zachary defensive starters on 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, twins wide here, Jeff. Both left side, right side. It's very similar to the formation the first play. And that's it.
That's Ja'Cory Johnson who gets the first down. Ja'Cory Johnson had a nice game. Samuel was hurt in the 4th quarter of the South Side game, and Johnson came in, and he was able to run the ball up the middle, something that Samuel was not able to do. First down.
That's 3 impressive running plays right up the middle. 15, 16 yards total.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 at the 48. Almost a jump on the defensive line as Dunn looks to the sidelines for the play.
We got trips lined up left here.
First down, big hole, big burst up the middle for 4 yards. So nice. That's nice. That's something that Ja'Cory Johnson does that Samuel doesn't do. He has that big burst up the middle.
No, yeah, and I really think Johnson is a big back too. He's just not a scat back. He can hit the hole really, really hard.
And he's going to step out now, and Walter Samuel comes into the game, and so that's a good 1-2 punch. They're going to need Johnson to do something tonight to keep Samuel limited and healthy. And they run the draw, and it's going to be about 2 yards shy of first down. So East Ascension, Jeff, just trying to go up the middle and trying to assert their dominance right in the middle of that offensive line.
Today I called Coach Lee and asked him kind of what he thought about his offense, and he was high on Samuel, and he said, he's the kind of back that you feed him the ball, the more and more you feed him, if you can get 20, 25 carries out of him, he'll go 150, 160 yards. And he said if he can get Johnson 9, 10, 12 carries for 90 yards, he feels really good about that. So his game plan is working right now.
Maybe a passing situation. It's 3rd and 3. And no, they're going to run Samuel, but he is going to be hit hard.
Ooh, that was sniffed out.
Yeah, number 7, Ethan Veal, the outside linebacker on that left side, would lowered his head and knocked Samuel down, and it's 4th down and long.
Yeah, so two first down series, I guess, and we didn't throw a pass.
No.
All running, and maybe he's playing a little chess with him right now, but I think this is the right decision. You went 4th and 6. Yeah, go ahead and punt and play the field position game at this point.
Yeah, and the other thing that's an advantage right there is you ran about 3 minutes off the clock. So we're down to 7:08, and you want to shorten that game and keep Zachary's offense off the field. So Kern's going to punt. Not a lot of pressure by Zachary, and it's angled toward the sidelines and out of bounds around the 16-yard line. So good coffin corner punt.
I watched the game last week, EATEL game of the week with Southside. Kern had a great game. And talking to Coach Lee again, Jacob Stenga was out last game. That's their deep snapper. He's back this game. And so, he's at full strength right here.
Right.
And great punt. Look, 15-yard line.
And that can make a big difference, as one of the punts last week was blocked. And having your starting deep snapper out there is really important. I know you know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm always keen to ask those questions, Jeff.
Absolutely. 1st and 10. And a quick pass, slant, incomplete, going to Tylon Williams, but it was overthrown. Holstein has a big reputation, and he's one of the top quarterbacks in the state, but he's been off so far here tonight early on.
Yeah, and I think, I'm going to credit EA defense. They were all on him. And one of the wrinkles on defense that Coach Lee was talking about, he has 43 Tiandre Hayes, sophomore defensive back, playing linebacker.
Yes.
So they moved him in, and look, he's a big force in there right now. He's playing middle linebacker, a little change for him.
Absolutely. And quick pass that time caught. Go curl in, number 19, Senegal. And that's a good gain on 2nd down, about 5, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
And this is the situations you want to put Zachary in, 3rd and 5, 3rd and long. Make them, it's a definitely passing situation for him here.
So shotgun, and
they bring in the heat.
Absolutely. Now kind of backing out.
Yep, all fake. 4 down lineman rushing.
And he's under pressure. He's hit.
And that Lambert got him.
And
fumble!
And that may be picked. It is picked. And guess who? Tiandre Hayes.
Tiandre Hayes. There look, Coach Lee is pressing all the right buttons right now. To have the understanding to switch that guy to middle linebacker, and then he's sitting right there where he needs to be and makes a hell of a play.
Yep. And I believe that was Lambert who had the pressure and wrapped him up. He should just held on to that ball. He's made 2 bad decisions that have resulted in turnovers. So East Ascension has a 2-0 advantage on the turnovers, and they are near the red zone right here already with 6:05 left to go in the first.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a couple of pass plays here. This is what he did last week against Southside. When you've seen him here, he kept his thumb on him, and he kept his foot on the gas. So I would suspect we'll open it up a little bit here.
And look for Jupiter, who's in the left slot. He was the big play receiver last week against Southside. He's in motion, and he gets the sweep and cuts inside, and that's that guy, Veal. He's a big outside linebacker, and he's kind of patrolling that left side and not letting anybody through.
Yeah, Jeff, he's kind of old throwback, huh? You got 44, got the cowboy collar. I mean, that's back in the 90s, and an Oklahoma type linebackers.
Absolutely.
You see a guy with a big neck collar like that, he's ready to hit.
Now I see Veal over on the right side. He's covering Jupiter in the slot. So he's kind of all over the place. Second down, going left, fade, downfield, caught.
Yes.
Touchdown!
Great catch.
And East Ascension takes the lead.
Alan Starks, he was open, he had separation, and he went up and got it. That's a great throw, great play.
So you saw Veal move over to Jupiter, and then they went, who was on the left side, so then they go right side, where all the attention was headed, and they make the connection with the big receiver, Alan Starks, at 6-0.
Great route, and he couldn't have thrown it any better than that. And he went up and got it. He threw it right over the top of the two guys from Zachary.
Extra point, Kern up. Good. We'll take a break. 7-0. East Ascension with the lead. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
So, Jeff, we're talking about turnovers being the difference. In the last approximate quarter of action that we've seen East Ascension, they've caused 5 turnovers, and that's been the difference.
And I think it was the last 4 snaps for Southside, and what, about 6 for Zachary?
Yeah. So the touchback, if you didn't see the game last week, it was 28-26 with about 5 minutes left to go, and then Southside committed 3 turnovers, and East Ascension took advantage of them and scored 2 touchdowns and made it 42-26 as we look at the replay. And that's just an awesome replay. Just staying with that ball and got his feet down, and man, that's some great camera work.
Absolutely. This defense for East Ascension is playing at a different level right now. You think they're ready to go?
Absolutely.
Hey, please snap this ball. Let's see if we can get it back again. I mean, they are fired up. They are bringing the juice, Jeff.
Yes, they are. They're feeling it right now. First down, and there's a handoff in a big hole. And that's going to be a first down and a flag.
That's
probably going to be a hold on number 4. Williams was making contact with number 27, Bolden, where the flag was thrown. So let's check that out. As you see the replay, you see 4 pushing 27 from behind kind of after the official got out of the way, and that's what it is.
Hey, it keeps getting better for the Spartans, doesn't it, Jeff? I mean, once again, if you're going to play the number 1 seed at home, 2 turnovers, keep your foot on the gas, great pass, up 7-0, penalty, now it's what, 1st and 12?
Yeah, it was about 8 yards downfield.
Yep, this is good stuff.
And they stay with that 4-man line. Lambert at that right end position.
Yeah, it looks like a 3-man. They
stood up. They dropped Lee back.
Lee Jr.
Yep. And there's a handoff, and Lee takes him down, but he got about 10 on the play.
Yeah, and that's that defense Coach Darnell Lee was talking about at Woodline. When we called the Woodline game, he had actually sometimes Lambert and Lee would stand up and be about 7 yards deep and in some kind of pass coverage if they seen a formation they liked or whatever. So that's a little wrinkle he pulled from Woodline.
So Wisham got about, we're going to say 11 on the play. And so it's 2nd down and 1. So nice run by Connor Wisham, number 23.
Yep, now we all in the 4-man front traditionally.
And shotgun, looking to his right, and pressure, gets away, got away from Lambert and gets the first down. Lambert was coming from that right side, but Holstein felt the pressure and took the first down carry out of bounds.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Holstein there. Lambert had a head of steam, and he's not slow. And Holstein was able to get some distance on him, huh? He pulled it down.
Oh,
Lambert looked like he was on him.
He was a couple of feet away. Look at that distance.
He's got some pretty good speed for being a big guy like he is.
Yep. And Thomas Lee Jr. couldn't get to him either. He's a fast guy as well.
Yeah, definitely showing his Texas A&M commit, huh?
Yeah. First down, Wisham. Gain of 3 or 4, right up the middle. And the clock keeps on running, 4 minutes and 18 seconds. East Ascension with the early lead, 7-0 over the 1 seed, Zachary, 2nd and 6.
A lot of defensive substitution. It looks like they're going a little bit lighter, maybe thinking, pass here with 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. Took some of the big guys out, Joseph and Sidney Joseph, and the two brothers took them out and went a little bit lighter on the line.
Yep. 3 left, 1 right. They're looking left all the way. Here's the pressure and hit, and it's loose.
Another fumble.
It's loose. Who has it?
Wow. Couldn't get away from this time.
East Ascension has it again.
Big DeJuan Carter. DeJuan Carter ran Holstein down. 3 turnovers on 3 series.
That's 6 turnovers in about the equivalent of a quarter in a couple of minutes.
And the EA defense is a turnover machine. Unbelievable.
This defense just so opportunistic.
Great play by Carter, and Holstein couldn't get away that time.
And
Wouldn't play fast enough.
We're going to credit 90 with the pressure that made that happen.
Yep.
DeJuan Carter.
Yep. Let's see. Look, it's the spread. It's a pass, maybe a quarterback draw, but Coach Lee smells it. He smells it. He's ready.
Yep. Did they go for the big play on first down?
I think so, Coach. You got so much momentum in the stadium right now, Jeff. I think you have to. I think you go for it.
And you look on the far right side, and that's where Jupiter and Starks are,
and he's in single coverage too.
And
it's the quarterback keep.
Yep. And it's going to get a couple of yards, but not much. Big number 70 down there for the Broncos.
We were thinking like fans on that one, Jeff. I'm gonna go for it. Go for it in the end zone. Let's go.
There was a flag. I heard whistles before the snap, but they let the play run, and now it's a personal foul against Zachary.
They losing their cool here, Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep your foot on the gas, Coach Lee. Automatic first down inside the red zone.
It's first down in the red zone at the 17. Samuel, big hole, gets about 4.
Good gain right there.
And just running that clock. They have the lead. Maybe milk a minute or so off this clock and see what they can do. They're in field goal range already in the red zone. And I keep looking on that right side where you got Jupiter and Starks.
Yeah, last time he beat double coverage. So at about the same distance, right? It's about at the 15.
Yep. You got a good inside-outside game right there. And Jupiter in motion. And they give it to Samuel inside to the 5. First and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, the bigs up front for the Spartans are doing a tremendous job. I don't think Samuel got touched. And here comes big 99 Joseph. The crowd's going crazy. They know what's getting ready to happen.
The fridge is in the game.
They are excited.
And this usually means run right under center, direct snap under center, give it to Samuel, or possibly Dunn keeps it himself.
Look, they got Thomas Lee Jr. in there too as a tight end all the way on the left side. I'd never noticed him in those packages. Maybe I just missed it.
And it's Samuel pushes ahead to about the 4, maybe the 3. Inside of 2 minutes. As a first quarter score of interest for 5-5A, Catholic trails St. Augustine out of New Orleans 7-0 in the first quarter. So they're going to say a gain of 1.
We'll have to keep our eye on that game. And look, right now you're on the 4-yard line. You at the student section, the Too Much Blue crew, end zone right here. Nothing but good things can happen.
And they roll out, and they go into the end zone. He's open. Did he get it? Touchdown!
Touchdown.
And the catch made.
It's like Joseph Hobby.
Yeah, Joseph Hobby, number 23, not number 22. And it's 13-0.
13. He snuck out on a little bootleg play, and great catch, great throw. Kern's going to make this thing. We're going to go up 14-0 to the Spartans right here.
A minute and a half, and it's a shocker. Extra point, up, good, 14-0. Let's break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
So East Ascension has 3 turnovers in this game, and they had 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter of the previous game, and they are up 14-0, and it's electric here on Burnside. And it goes through the end zone for a touchback. East Ascension feeling it right now.
There's so much energy in this place right now, Jeff.
Absolutely, and I'm feeling it already.
Oh, man.
I haven't been this excited in the first quarter all season.
No.
Let's watch the replay, though.
Little bootleg.
And a good behind the end zone angle right there.
It's a great detail game of the week replays. Cameraman doing a great job.
He's always in the right place.
I tell you what,
is the man.
Coach Lee and I were talking earlier, and he said, I want to jump on him and hold on to him like a bull ride, 8 seconds and pop him in the mouth and then hang on. And everything's working for him right now.
But this offense is really, really good, and they have one-play score capability, so you got to be careful. Holstein and the little inside screen gets about 8.
Yeah, and look, Jeff, that's another thing that Coach Lee was talking about. He said Zachary will pull you in with the screen and then look for the over top. So he said, we know they're going to play screens, and we're going to be very disciplined with that and not rush everybody, bull rush everybody through simply, and we're going to keep our guys back so they don't see that, so Holstein can't go over the top on those screens. So I'd expect a lot of screens tonight.
That catch made by Charles Robertson. It's 2nd and 3 for the Broncos. Holstein, pressure.
Lambert got him. That was a stunt, Jeff. That was an inside-out stunt. Lambert came untouched. Holstein wouldn't have gotten away from him that time.
No, did not have enough time to get that off, and it's all the way back to the 21. And you see it coming in that gap between the left guard and tackle.
Straight in, and Lambert didn't play last week. He was out with an injury and got cleared this week to play. So great addition back right there. He was untouched, and Holstein wouldn't have gotten away from him.
And that's a new dimension to their offense, their defense, because really they didn't need him last week because Southside's a running team. They need him tonight, and he's here. 3rd down. Holstein, the pass caught inside, and he's going to get a first down and goes out of bounds. Nice, well-run play right there. Catch made again by Robertson. And they've got some small receivers, but they got some big receivers.
That's a big receiver. Robertson is a big guy. I don't know what he's listed at, but when he came running around the 35, I was like, man, this is a big guy.
He looks like a tight end out there, but he's got great speed.
No, he looks like a basketball player. 6'3", 6'4", looks like goes about 190.
And that's the end of the first quarter. East Ascension 14-0. Is an upset brewing? We'll find out. We'll be back. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
East Ascension, the 17 seed, 14. Zachary, the number 1 team, undefeated in 5A, 0. It's Jeff and Jeff, and we always seem to have barn burners.
But just like that, the score came across from Catholic High and St. Aug. What do you think's coming across this time? You think across the state, Zachary losing 14, nothing's going on right now? That's what I would think.
I think a lot of people are going to notice that. So Holstein's 4 of 6 for 57 yards, sacked twice. And our statistician, our intern here, Patrick Wright, with the stats. Thank you, Patrick. And Holstein, and he's got a receiver wide open. That's another first down. Breaks a tackle. He's got the corner, and he's going to go all the way. And he's putting up his hands. And he got it.
There's that explosiveness, one-play explosiveness you were talking about.
Yep.
And that's what Zachary brings to the table. They're number one for a reason.
Yep. Cameron Senegal.
It looked like we had him out of bounds almost, but he made a little jump move and was able to stay in bounds.
Right. We can't really see that sideline because we're obscured by all the East Ascension players.
A good job of 19 staying up right there.
And so they're going to set up for the extra point. Looked like a ball was loose there for a moment. So Zachary, one play. And that's what happens sometimes when you play a team of their caliber. And kick is good. It's 14-7, and we'll break again. 11:48 in the second. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
14-7, Zachary scores on the first play of the second quarter on a reception by Cameron Senegal. So they will kick off now. Washita Denham Springs, they're scoreless after the first quarter. Catholic is tied up St. Aug 7-7.
Now Washita that's a good game to watch. They're a pretty good group.
Yes. I know you were able to see them with Dutchtown earlier this season.
They're powerful and versatile.
Kickoff number 85 right, and it's taken at the 5. And that's Brennan Thompson, number 3, on the return to the 25. 1st and 10, and so they've answered you now. You had the momentum, now they've answered. And now you're kind of nervous out there a little bit. What do you need to do on this drive, Jeff?
Well, I think what you're going to see from the Spartans offense is try to do a ground control and hold the clock. I don't think you want to give the ball back to Zachary at this because they have that one play explosiveness. The best thing for the Spartans here would be to get a long, sustained drive, and you got to get first downs.
Right.
So we'll see how the adjustments are made.
I agree.
On both sides of the ball.
I agree with the idea that you got to shorten this game up. And there's a jet sweep inside, breaks a tackle, gets to the 20, gets to 31. Walter Samuel out of that slot.
That was a good tackle by Colin Jackson, the junior safety right there, because Walter had a lot of green in front of him if he don't make that tackle. He came up fast and barely got Walter around the ankles.
That's a shame that you call that guy the slow back. Compared to Ja'Cory Johnson.
That's right. But he may be a little more powerful, but speed kills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody split out, empty back set. They ran the draw out of this formation last time where they motioned Walter back in.
Yeah, now he's going to get it, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. And you're talking about riding him like a bull. I think he just got rode like a bull.
That was it. Oh, the defensive line for Zachary. I was looking on the sideline watching them, and it looked like business as usual, but I'm sure they were challenging them over there on that Zachary sideline saying, hey, you're getting pushed around.
Yeah.
So making some adjustments, probably, hey, keep your gaps, you're on the road, make sure you play good, sound defense, and you got now it's 3rd and long, Jeff.
3rd and 7, so they're going to credit him for a 3-yard loss. Pressure, gets free, throws, incomplete. Would not have been enough for a first down. Tried to get it to number 2, Mitchell, and it's going to bring up 4th down. They probably ran about a minute off the clock right there, and just unsuccessful on that 3rd down pass.
Dunn did a good job getting out of the pressure, but you had some guys in the backfield right there on them, and now what you're looking for is for Kern to flip the field here, right?
Yes.
I mean, you inside the 25. If it looks like Zachary set up on the 40, I think Kern can outkick this this setup here. See what he does. Looks like Zachary's coming after it too, unless they all back up. But everybody's on the line. They're coming after it.
They nearly get
Great
through.
Punt. Great
Look
punt.
at that. Oh, my goodness. You just called it. This is inside the 10, at the 10, 9-yard line.
Unbelievable.
Down by
40, 50. That's a 60-something yard punt in the air.
62 yards.
Unbelievable punt by Kern at a great time. You couldn't ask for a better punt than that at that time.
And Bouvet, the gunner out there, made sure that the returner didn't get to the ball either. He beat him down to the ball.
Well, Jeff, I mean, they were lined up at the 40. I think this is my 4th game watching East Ascension, 4th or 5th game. That was definitely, they hadn't watched much film on Kern, and EA Special Teams made them pay there. That's a great flip of the field.
So first down for Zachary, and pitch out for about 5.
Thomas Lee. Anytime you run around that left, right side of for offense, left side for defense, Thomas Lee is there. And I'll tell you what, him and Lambert at bookend defensive ends, they do a great job of just pushing the field out, pushing the guys to the sideline. Great play right there.
And that was the backup running back, number 34, Cameron Stewart. And it's 2nd and 5 for the Broncos.
I'll look out for that screen now, Jeff.
Instead, they run it inside, but that's going nowhere.
Yeah, no, a little zone read and just straight to him.
That looks so. This reminds me of East Ascension's previous drive. He had a 5-6 yard gain on first down, then a loss on second down, third and medium.
Yeah, and Zachary has not been able to run up the middle. They're having trouble getting around the outside. The big play was a play action pass where everybody bid on the running back, but I don't think Zachary's having any type of success running up the middle on this defense for East Ascension.
So now it's 3rd and 5. No score. Acadiana and Santa Maria. We'll give you some more scores that we have here in a moment. And the shotgun, low snap, and he's looking all the way right, and that's easy right there. That's a first down. As they gave him about a 7-yard cushion.
Yeah, that was soft coverage there, Jeff.
Yeah.
And he just sat there in the zone. And that's a hard throw for high school quarterback all the way across the field. But once again, Hosting's a special talent, and he's one that can zoom it all the way across the field like that.
1st and 10. No flag.
St. Joseph looked back a little bit like, uh-oh, maybe not.
Shotgun. Quick pass. High, but caught. It is caught on the sidelines, and that's enough for a first down. Catch made by number 4, Jordan Williams.
I tell you, Jeff, it appears that EA is playing soft. They play in a soft zone so they don't get the big play. But the underneath looks like Zachary's starting to realize that and pick those little flats apart right there.
Yes, that's for sure. It's 1st and 10. Handoff outside, big hole again, and about 8 or 9. That's the backup again, number 34, taking this drive so far, Cameron Stewart.
And that's a quick play. Thomas Lee saved that one.
Yes.
9 yards down the field, but that little guy's fast.
Yes, it is.
34 for Zachary, Cameron Stewart. Yeah, like you said, that he's got some wheels.
Yes. Acadiana now all of a sudden takes a 14-0 lead. So that was quick. And
you're talking about a big play capability team right there. Same way, Jeff.
Yeah, it was 0-0 a moment ago. Woodlawn 7-0 over Destrehan. 14-0 West Monroe over Chalmette. Ponchatoula 7-0 over John Ehret. And a first down carry by Stewart.
Yeah, maybe they found something off tackle here. Last couple of plays have been there. And, Jeff, you talk about that West Monroe game. I was picking my daughter up from the airport today, and we decided to go eat at Mindendorf's. And they had a full bus of West Monroe people in there.
Oh, I bet.
You know, all decked out in the navy blue, and they came with a pretty good crowd to go down to Chalmette, so they were looking for a good game.
Now, if East Ascension and West Monroe would play each other next week, it would be at West Monroe. With Chalmette, if they would win and play East Ascension, it would be here. First down, handoff, gain of about 4.
Now, West Monroe and Chalmette, that's an 8-9 seed, right?
Yes.
Oh, got a little action.
Yeah, maybe a little extracurricular. Also,
well, looks like the EA faithful wanted a flag, but didn't get one.
Another score we have: Jesuits 7-0 over John Curtis in the Select Playoffs Division 1. Thank you there, Coach Email, Patrick Email, giving us that score.
Yeah, another good game between Newman and Arch Manning and Episcopal in Baton Rouge.
That's going to be a fun one too. 2nd and 5, and then the handoff and another first down. And again, Stewart on the carry.
That's that same play, left and right, right off tackle. Maybe I spoke a little too soon when they were down on the 10. They didn't seem to be able to run those plays, and now they're starting to spread it and opening. But those 2 soft pass plays really pushed the defense, saying, "Hey, what's going to happen? Is it play action? Is it not?" So took a little bit of the aggressiveness off of that defensive line.
And now Stewart's going to come out, and the original starter, 23, Wisham, is going to come in. He looks to be a little bit smaller, but it's kind of like you see with East Ascension. They're both quick, so it doesn't really matter. Wisham, he gets about 7. So
there's that same off-tackle play. That's 4 plays in a row, left, right. If they follow in the same sequence, we're going to see it off a right tackle this time.
The thing, though, is the clock is running a lot. This has been about a 5-minute drive. 5:06 left to go. So East Ascension is leading, but Zachary looking to tie it up before we go into halftime.
And look, EA dropped Lee back. Lee standing up back in more like a 3-3 look here. He's back almost at the Spartan head.
Hand off. And that's going to depend on the spot as you see an East Ascension helmet get knocked away. That's Sidney Joseph, so he's going to have to check out for a moment.
Those plays are still straight up the middle. Straight up the middle. They I had said before, the Zachary coaches challenged that defensive line. It looks like they got in that offensive line's face too and said, "Hey man, we're on the road here. You better wake up."
And they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards of carry. So 3rd and 1, I would expect them to just come straight up the middle again.
I wouldn't see any reason why I'd anything different.
Hitch. Wisham, first down. And he's still on his feet. Look at this. Carrying people down inside the 20. They're in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, they definitely that first quarter we popped them in the mouth. EA did, and once again this bull ride, right? You pop them and then you hang on, and hopefully you can get another turnover or keep pace with them at that point.
And this is why you want to defer to go to second half. We've been talking about this, Coach Swack and I, for the last couple of games, because East Ascension is going to get that ball momentarily, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So that's a big advantage that they have in this scenario right here. 1st and 10, and a run up the middle, and they might get the ball pretty soon as this is just pushed up. Oh my goodness!
That was a 10-yard push right there.
Wow!
Those linemen are really churning, keeping that back up and then keep pushing and going.
Cameron Stewart, 34,
and I'm thinking it's a run up the middle, Jeff.
You think?
And I know we're gonna, you got Joseph in there, you got your bigs. They're starting to blow. EA guys got their hands on their hips, and this was a long drive.
And this is a big deal because the quarterback Holstein's already got 3 turnovers. You're taking the ball out of his hands. You don't have to worry about it.
Straight quarterback sneak out of the shotgun, touchdown.
Absolutely. So Holstein gets some redemption. He has a touchdown pass and a touchdown run after 3 turnovers in the first quarter. So let's look at a replay right here. Just power football, and just goes outside of that tackle who pulls in and finds a hole and gets enough.
Yeah, when you're thinking of Zachary right now, you're thinking of passing team. That was a 90-yard drive, and I think they only threw the ball twice. After they opened it up a little bit just to get some room,
yeah, the little
they ran
passes
the whole time. Yep, they ran the whole time.
You see West Monroe down there at the bottom with a 23-0 lead on Chalmette. So it looks like
that's all that Menendorf's thin fried catfish.
You don't get the thick fried catfish. You get the thin fried. 13 plays, 90 yards, 7-minute drive, 11 runs, 2 passes. Last 9 plays are runs. Patrick Wright, you get the prize. We're tied 14-14. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
14-14, and kickoff coming from Zachary, number 95, Kellen Kanashin. We're tied. It's been a fun one. First quarter was all East Ascension. Second quarter, all Zachary, and the kick is taken at the 1. Gets to the 23. So good return. I believe that's Jupiter. 13, yes it is.
I'll tell you, high kickoff to the 1. You know, for EA to get that ball out past the 20 is a good job, because that's as a special teams coordinator, that's what you want. You want that ball high into the 1, and good coverage on it. But now East Ascension Spartans has to answer right here and try to get a sustained drive.
Yes, and they need to run some clock or make them use some timeouts as a flag.
Finally got one. Yep, we got one there.
This has been a pretty clean first half. No timeouts, a few penalties. Really fast moving, 7:40, and we're almost at halftime already.
Yeah, it's quick.
So 1st and 5. Newman 7-0 over Episcopal. Coach Email.
He's Johnny on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was trying to go to a couple of games and do some announcing on the radio.
Yeah, he does it for WWL as well. Little swing pass, and that's not going to go very far.
I think we lose 2 or 3 yards.
Got another score from Coach. St. Charles Catholic 13-0 over Dunham. Sorry, Patrick.
And Coach Email's all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah. Tonight, I know he's not flying to all those places, so he got some contact fielders out.
We got Lyle at home. We got Patrick over here feeding us all the stats. You got Email getting scores for us on the WWL. We're loving this tonight. 2nd down, complete. 1st down.
Good play call there. You had trips to the left, and then you had Alan Starks all by himself on an island over there to get the 1st down, where it appeared everything was coming to the trips to the left. And just a quick dart pass by Dunn to get the 1st down. That's a good play.
And that's big, Jeff, because 2:12, you were looking at giving Zachary the ball inside of 2 minutes, probably about a minute 45, 2 minutes. You don't want to do that right there. 1st down, run up the middle.
That closed quick.
Let's see if anybody calls a timeout right here. Big number 70, Landon Walls down
Zachary
there.
calls it. Zachary, first one to flinch with the timeout. They want the ball back.
And so what we'll do is keep it here, and we'll talk about some things that we have, including the state playoffs. And let's talk about what happened last week in reference to 5-5A. You had East Ascension, the Thursday night game of the week. That was a wild game, 28-26 late. East Ascension pulls away. Then you had the Friday game. Sandoval was 14-13 going into the 4th quarter. Then Sandoval pulled away. You were at Acadiana to watch the Dutchtown game. How did Dutchtown look out there?
Yeah, well, you know, Acadiana jumped on them 14-0, and sort of what's happening to Sandoval. And it's tough to come back on Acadiana when they are ahead. They are just ball control, big, fast, discipline. And when they get up 14 on you, they just lay on you. And it gets very difficult.
And they run that same veer all the time. And it's boring, and it looks easy to stop, but you can't stop it.
It's a different brand of football, and I went to Sandoval this week and talked to the coaches over there, and I'll tell you a little bit about that shortly.
Pressure.
Get rid of it. Oh,
no! That's a pick. Boy, right place at the right time. Number 42 with the interception. Imari Sibley.
Dunn was trying to get away from him there, and I'm sure our replay guys will have it, but I can't tell if he tipped it or if he just, it looked like he was trying to bring it and tuck it in. And a good play by 93 of Zachary right there.
That's a Tayshawn Nelson.
Yeah, and I mean, he just bumped that ball out of Dunn. And now you got a turnover with 1:46 left on your 30. Makes it a little bit difficult. Need a stop right here by EA defense. And here we go again with Lee Jr. in coverage.
Oh, he dropped it.
Bad snap.
Pressure.
They got
down.
it. Big play by the EA defense.
Perfect. That's perfect with the sack. And does either team call a timeout right here? It doesn't look like it. 133, 132.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I figured Zachary, they only have they had 2 timeouts left. I figured they would have called one on that sack, but they didn't.
So that's an 8-yard sack.
It's a good break for the Spartans right there.
Absolutely.
Bad snap.
That clock continues to run. They have a chance.
They bring it
out.
Down again. Artwan Foster, outside linebacker. Great play. He did a little hesitation there on the sack. Tell you what, they lost about 15, 16 yards in 2 plays.
Now East Ascension's going to call a timeout.
Look, Foster was on a delayed blitz, and he came unaccounted for, and he's a big boy.
And so we're going to keep it here. We're going to look at the top 10 seeds and take a look at some of this nifty new graphic work that we got from our director, Andre. As you see, the top 10 teams, and 90% of them won. Guess which one didn't? Let's wait and see. Central. So Central was knocked out by Denham, but look at everybody else. They made it through in the top 10. Some of them are on the road. Captain Shreve's on the road, but they're only traveling down to Parkway, so that's not bad. Zachary, this is not a bad drive either. So it's a...
Yeah, Santa Monica, Acadiana, they home, not bad.
So it's been interesting, and a couple of the top 10 seeds are on the road, but again, they're not going very far. Now, West Monroe had to go because they're playing the 8, and Santa Monica had to go because they're the 10, because they're playing 8 and 7, but still not bad trips. I'm sure West Monroe's enjoying their trip. We already talked about the Catfish.
3rd and 30.
And pass, caught, good blocking. Cuts inside down to the 30, and it's 4th and 11, and that's 4th and manageable.
Yeah, now, look, that was good defense by EA. You don't want anything deep. Hosteen can throw it that far. That's not an issue with him. So you kind of gave him the underneath. A little screen again. You see that was that little wide receiver screen. That's tough to defend when it's ran like that.
Yep. And that's all they wanted. They were not going for the first down necessarily right there. They just wanted to make it 4th and 10, 4th and 15, because you can make that.
Okay, EA stops him here. EA defense gets a stand. This will be a good victory for him.
Quick pass, caught, cuts. Will he get there?
I don't think so. I don't think he's there.
No.
Do not think
They're
he got it.
spotting it at the 20. He has to get about to 19
no, EA
and a half.
first down. Great
first
stand.
Down, Spartans.
Great stand by East Ascension right there. I don't want to call it not a big goal line stand, but I tell you what, that is pivotal. They had the ball at the 30-yard line to start this thing, all the way back to the 50, and then back.
And they survived the turnover, 82 with the catch, but cannot get there. He tried. Charles Robertson.
And look, you got to take chances, Jeff. And you know, the late delayed blitz by Foster, sack for 8 yards. And in the next play, he was able to get back there with another pressure on the quarterback. Tremendous.
So they can run out the clock because Zachary's already used the timeout. So Zachary won't even bother, and they're going to go to the locker rooms tied at 14. This has been a fun game. Doesn't feel like a 17-16 game, but it is. We're going to take a break in a moment, and we're going to have the bands out there, and they're going to do something together, I believe, from what we've been told. So we're going to check out what they're going to do. Then Jeff and I will talk about some stuff, and we'll just kind of get through halftime and see what happens. So we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
It's halftime. Jeff and Jeff here at Spartan Stadium on Burnside and Gonzales. It's 14-14. East Ascension had a 14-0 lead in the first. Then Zachary came and tied it up in the second. We are preparing for our halftime entertainment, and you can see the scores on the bottom of our screen. And in case you didn't know, that WB is Woodlawn Baton Rouge. So that's what that is. As you see, West Monroe cruising right there, and lots of other scores. So we're waiting for the Zachary band to set up, and like 2 totally different quarters, I guess, Jeff. 14-0 on one side, and 14-0 on the other side.
Yeah, it's kind of like the momentum switched. EA had all the momentum in the first quarter, and then Zachary kind of stole it with that one long play, and then kind of evened out toward the end of it there. And but what, 3 turnovers for Zachary, 1 turnover for East Ascension in the first half?
Yep, and that was a big difference in that first quarter. But we're going to go to the halftime entertainment. Zachary High.
Tonight the bands will be performing 3 selections together. We will begin with the weekend's hit, Blinding Lights. And we welcome to our field our dazzling Spartanettes. Heather Screen and Evelyn Gardner. We welcome to the main podium drum majors for the band of Blue, Janae Brown and Kelsey Dorr. Now making their way on the field is the East Ascension High School Pride of EA Color Guard. The band and color guard will now perform the Canadian motto hit, Confidence.
Come on, guys! Go, guys! I'm trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4, Gambino would like to give a special thank you tonight to the band directors from Zachary High School, Mr. Jason Venable and Mr. Donnie Alexander, for helping us put this together. And ladies and gentlemen, now performing that New Orleans hit from the rapper, Choppa, Choppa Style.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
We're back. It's 14-14, Jeff and Jeff halftime show. And we are at Spartan Stadium, and you see 17-1 tied up. We're going to take a look at the non-select bracket again and talk about some of the things that are happening out there that we are aware of. And you can see the scores down on the bottom while this is all happening. And you have this right here, and you have the West Monroe Chalmette game, which is looking more and more like West Monroe's going to win that one. And so this one tied, and that, so you look right there. If East Ascension wins, they'd have to go to West Monroe. And I believe if West Monroe Zachary is the matchup, the game will be played at Zachary. So it's just, Chalmette just not putting up much of a game so far here.
Yeah, they just can't hang on. I think West Monroe's running away with it, huh?
Yeah. Santa Maria, they're struggling at Acadiana. It's 29-0 last we saw. So it looks like Acadiana is going to make their way through. And, no disrespect to Santa Maria, but Acadiana, they won so many state championships, and they're just so good. And like they had that early start where they played Catholic and
lost 20-0 to Catholic, and then lost to Lafayette Christian.
Yeah,
I think it is. And Acadiana it's just a different brand of football, Jeff.
Yeah.
you don't play that defense every day. What I mean by that is old smash mouth football that's just, hitting shoulder pads, beating heads up against each other, and you're just not used to playing that brand of football. But I did talk to Coach Seth Babin a little bit this week, and he was talking about, trying to get the ball first. Hey, if we win the toss, I'm getting the ball. I want to try to go up and put a score on them and see what happens. I don't know what happened on the flip, and Coach Thomas see the same way. Both very aggressive, and I think that's kind of how you got to play Acadiana to try to hang on. But, it's just the rambling wreck.
Yep,
rough.
6 state titles, 2 in a row. So that's just a tough draw, and Dutchtown knows about that. And now Santa Ma's learned it too. And last year, East Ascension was eliminated out at Acadiana. So Acadiana owns Ascension Parish these days. It seems like
Acadiana as a 7 seed is
that's just not fair.
They a top 4 seed, and they lost to Catholic and Ascension. Lafayette Christian. They're both making a run.
Right. And you had the Captain Street Parkway winner gets that game, and the other game that we were looking at in 5A was the Destrehan Woodlawn game, and that's, I believe, 13-7 last we saw. You see it right there, 13-7.
Yeah.
And so
that's a good game there.
Absolutely. And so that's kind of where we stand out here, and we're going to start the second half, and East Ascension is going to get the ball. But you have one of the things that we're going to bring up is out here at East Ascension, spring turf has kind of begun out here. So what's happening out there?
Yeah, so we got baseball, softball turf starting. I emailed the principals and the ADs the other day, and it looks like Donaldsonville and East Ascension are on track to probably finish that mid-December time frame, and then Santa Ma and Dutchtown right after that, somewhere around the beginning of January. And a lot of that has to do with turf deliveries.
Yeah.
It just with COVID and manpower and just supply chain, it's hard to track these things and find out where they are. It gets really, really difficult.
Yeah.
But that's the schedule we got latest this week. So, we're pushing really hard. We hope, I'm trying to get away from, the things happened this year where you had a little bit of displacement with some of the teams. We had something very unfortunate happen. We had some rain on Wednesday and Thursday. Donaldsonville was going to be like East Ascension was. It was very close to play.
Right.
And we just weren't able to physically, glue all the ticks, marks, hashes, and numbers in time for them. They had to go play at White Castle tonight. I'm not sure how they're doing. I wish I could see a score from them, too.
Yeah, they were trailing earlier.
They were trailing earlier,
yeah.
and they had a tough opponent, too. But, so if they don't win, there's definitely no chance for them to play at home for the field. But it should be ready Monday. We missed it by a couple of days.
You tried really hard, though. You did your best with
it. It was very unfortunate, but, so some weather and things like that hit you. So hopefully baseball and softball, it doesn't happen, and we're able to. But it's going to be close. I just gave you the dates, December and January, and that's in case nothing happens.
Exactly. So this week and next week, we're going to see the winter sports going on. So we're going to break into soccer fields, and you already see them. We're looking at one of them right now. So that's
soccer started, and we just got that top cooling agent on the field here at East Ascension, and we were able to have a couple of soccer games on it, really push it in the ground, which is what you need, and get it in place. So I think the field's playing very, very good tonight. I don't see any slipping. I don't see any traction issues or problems. I think it's playing pretty good.
So are the turfs ready at the basketball gyms yet? Oh, wait, we're not doing those. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Hardwood floor, no issues, no problems, waxed up, ready to go.
All right. So Patrick Wright just gave us another score. White Castle, people might be interested there, 27-27 against LaSalle in the second quarter. Now, some of the stats, we have some of that from Patrick, and the thing that sticks out the most and why you talk about turnovers being such a crucial part of this game, total yards, Zachary 239, East Ascension 71.
Wow.
And it's 14-14.
Yeah,
and why? Turnovers.
That first quarter, and just kind of like we said, the bull ride, you pop them and you hold on as long as you can, and now all you got to do is answer. Let's see how the adjustments go for the half, and hopefully, East Ascension can match at this point.
So we just got an update from Lyle Boudreaux. Donaldsonville trailing 28-0, so not looking good for them to continue their season.
And Church Point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Church Point.
They're a good team.
Yeah, absolutely, having a great season.
So some of the stats for Zachary: Wisham 7 for 48, Stewart 7 for 46, Holstein 7 for -13. There were 4 sacks, and then rushing stats 10 for 26 for Samuel. And we didn't see much of Ja'Cory Johnson after that opening drive, so he had a couple of good carries, but then we really didn't see much of him. So now we're getting ready for the kickoff to start the second half. East Ascension gets the ball. They deferred to start the second half, so we're just about ready.
Yeah, we're going to set the tone here. East Ascension, I'm sure Coach Lee is going to want to do a sustained drive here to set the tone and try to put a score up.
So the kickoff taken at the 3 and gets to about the 23.
And a good return by Thompson.
Yep, Brennan Thompson with the return. And now East Ascension is going to get the ball. And what we saw was Zachary on offense. They either score or they have a turnover. And they scored on the last 3. But they did get stopped on 4th down on the at the end of the first turnover on downs.
I mean, they had the big long play that went about 60 or 70 yards, and then the 90-yard drive, which really took some of the steam out of the stadium.
But East Ascension's got to run some clock here. Clock is the key, I believe, to keeping that Zachary team from pulling away here in the second half with the yardage advantage, because they're just eating up yards. And the pass is complete to Jupiter.
Jupiter in the flat there. Long throw for Dunn, but set up really nicely. And I think if EA can do that and spread the ball around a little bit, it's going to open up Walter, Samuel, and Johnson. They're going to be able to run.
They could not run the ball up the middle against Southside, but they can run the ball up the middle against Zachary. Who knew?
Yeah, well, at least they did in the first quarter. Second quarter was a little bit tougher on them.
Yeah.
But looks like we got the same formation here just on that right hash. So tight end goes out. Now we're running trips in the slot.
So it's 2nd down and 3. Fake, pass, caught. And that's Hobby. 1st down for the Spartans.
Yeah, and they moved him out of that little sniffer back spot to the slot and actually targeted him and threw to him. And I think this softens it up. If you notice, EA started doing more in the second half of the season, a lot of that check with me on the sideline. Early on, I think they were having some issues with, they would call the play in and run the play that was called, and they doing the check with me. The reason they doing that check with me is you got one of the offensive specialist coaches, up at the top, I think the coordinator's on the ground being Coach Lee, but they're counting numbers. They're counting heads and calling in a different play.
Hobby in motion. And he's an extra blocker up the middle, but they push Samuel back from no gain. As you see down the bottom of the pile, big 93. We called him a couple of times. Tayshawn Nelson.
Yeah, Jeff, it's a 40-second clock now, play clock, normal. So it gives the offense, especially you notice there's no huddle. They're not doing a huddle, so they look into the sideline like right now. They're looking to the sideline to get the play in. And they're going to get the play in. They're calling it right now at 20 seconds left on the clock. He has plenty enough time to clap and still look to the sidelines and see if the coach wants to change it to a different play.
Yes. And they roll out.
This little bootleg. He's open.
Downfield. Did he get it? Inbounds. Yes. 1st down. Jupiter.
Great catch by Jupiter. I'll tell you what. You had Hobby open in the flat for a 1st down, but Dunn decided to go to Jupiter. You can see it right here. He had 2 guys open on that play.
Yes.
And great decision by Dunn for a 20-yard gain right there, huh? Maybe a little more.
He's had his 2 best games of the season, most likely, here tonight and against Southside.
He had a great game against Southside.
Absolutely.
Yes.
1st down, quick pass, caught, and in traffic goes down. Not much happening right there. They did try a little quick inside pass, but there's no cushion out there on the Zachary side. Starks.
We ran about 5 plays and one run to start. So they went, Coach Lee went at halftime and made some adjustments, and it looks like they're going to try to throw out to the sidelines a little bit, get Dunn in some space with that little bootleg, and they moving the ball.
2nd and 10. They've eaten about 3 minutes off the clock as well. Jupiter in motion. Fake. No, he gives it to Samuel, excuse me. And 7, Veal. We've seen that. Veal sealing that outside and not letting Samuel get to the corner.
No, that line of scrimmage was pushed back 2-3 yards right from the beginning, and you've seen Samuel trying to go around that left edge, and he had to belly back out into the backfield, and that's never good when you're a big back like Walter Samuel. You want to be running downhill. Big third down.
Samuel loses 1. It's 3rd and 11. 8:25. We're tied at 14.
I think we got away with something there.
I think he got away with something for sure, as the pass is caught, and a big hit by number 11, catch made by Ja'Cory Mitchell, and a shot by Jerome Robinson. He keeps the ball. It's 4th down, and this may be a situation where you go for it. And I want to bring that up. We both noticed that Jupiter kind of flinched.
Yeah, he flinched, and I think he thought he was getting a flag, and it was never thrown, and nobody else was in movement. So maybe the ref said, hey, it's just like a shift. It's nothing big. But I think you're in 4-down territory here. I mean, if you punt it, the best you can do is maybe kicking the end zone is a 22-yard change. You might as well go for it.
4th and 5, and they move. And I was about to say, if you can draw them off sides right here, you could get it. And Patrick tells us this is the first penalty of the night for the Spartans.
That's tremendous.
And that's the worst time for it, though.
It is, but you know, what's your odds at 4th and 4 of making that? It's going to be, I mean, I don't know what Coach Lee had dialed up.
Yeah.
But now you do give Kern a little bit more room where he can take a full kick at this and try to pin him inside the 20.
But they did do one thing successfully, and that's run about 5 minutes off this game. You want to get to this 4th quarter with a chance to win it. And they're putting themselves in that position right now. And the pressure's coming. He gets it away. And it's taken at the 12. And
great
coverage. Good coverage.
Inside the 15. You'd have liked to have made that 4th down. Absolutely keep the drive going. But that was a pretty successful drive for East Ascension.
Yes.
Now you've pinned Zachary back inside their 15-yard line. Make them go 85 yards for a touchdown. And you don't know what's going to happen at this point. So good drive, opening drive by East Ascension.
And you see Ja'Cory Johnson with the tackle. He made a big tackle on special teams that caused a turnover last week at the end of that Southside game.
He put a lick on that guy.
Yes, he did.
And look, we in a 3-man front now. Well, it's actually the 4-man with Lee backed off.
And Holstein rolls out, fakes, completes, no drop.
Jordan Williams.
Looking for Williams.
Yep. And you had some pressure right there by Foster again, and it made Holstein double clutch. And, anything to break up Holstein's rhythm. I think you said the stats earlier, minus 15 yards for Holstein.
On rushing.
On rushing, what was passing?
But I have to come back up with that.
And I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, but, he hasn't had a tremendous game. It seems like it's more on the ground for those guys. So
he has 161 yards passing.
No, maybe I'm wrong then, huh?
Well, he had that one long game.
Had the one long one, yeah. It just seems like we're containing him at 160 yards, but it feels like we're containing him to a certain degree.
8 of 11. But he's done a lot more damage than this in games this season.
Yes.
It's 3rd and 1. Big play. This is where that offensive line has just been pounding holes for the runners right up the middle. And he gets it. Had to dance around, and he's still on his feet. It's about 5.
That was just a little trap play where the Broncos are pulling big number 75, Jarek Needy, and just kind of ran behind him a little bit. He was standing straight up. Looked like we had some push on the line of scrimmage, but running back was able to find a little hole.
So that's Wisham with a 5-yard gain. 1st and 10. And the chains move, and we are halfway through this 3rd quarter, and we are still tied 14-14. Three receivers. Holstein looking to his right, now left, now pressured. Gets away.
Oh, wow.
Deep. Actually just caught in the flat. And a nice 1st down catch. Thought he was going deeper right there, and then just found his receiver in the flat, number 19. That's Senegal. He had the big touchdown catch.
Yeah, it looked like we had him wrapped up, but I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good athletic play by Holstein right there to be able to find Senegal sitting right in the middle of that zone. But it may have been good to go that short of a pass instead of a long, because he was looking downfield at that point.
Yes. Ball at the 49, 1st and 10. And here he is again with a first down run. Connor Wisham for the Broncos, and their offense is rolling right now.
Yeah, EA had a hard time right there trying to contain him. You can see a couple of them trying to turn him in, but there's a few arm tackles, and he's really good. You're not bringing that guy down with a couple of arm tackles.
And a good blocking downfield again by the receivers. You saw them right there. Yeah. They're giving them the extra yardage.
They sealed it good, and that's what I was saying. All you could do is reach out and touch him. You couldn't really get a good hand on him.
Now you see Stewart checked in at running back, replacing Wisham. Holstein looking right, deep, up for grabs.
Oh, wow.
That's an adjustment right there. Made a good adjustment on the ball, and that's Robertson, number 82.
That was it looked like a back shoulder throw again, and we've seen a couple of quarterbacks be able to make that throw on the EATEL Game of the Week with Ricky Collins, and he does it several times, and man, he threw it where only his guy could go get it.
Darius Walker had good coverage.
He was on him.
Yes.
That's a lot of trust and work right there.
Yep.
That doesn't happen overnight.
First down, Wisham to the 5. And in for the touchdown, and Zachary has their first lead of the night.
That was quick.
Yep. Their offense is rolling right now.
Yeah, I think and that was a balanced drive right there. That was some throwing.
Yep.
That was some passing, some running.
East Ascension needs to get something going on this next drive, or else Zachary is looking like they're the number 1 team in the state over the last quarter and a half.
I like what EA did last drive. If we kind of stalled right around the 45-yard line of Zachary, and it's evident, man, a 90-yard drive, 85-yard drive. EA's doing trying to make it hard on them.
Extra point coming. Good, and the number 1 seed has a 1-touchdown lead over the 17 seed. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
It's 21-14, Jeff. Zachary with the lead. And that was a 7-play, 85-yard drive, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. 4:17 left to go in the third.
Yeah, Jeff, that last drive like we were talking about with Holstein, I mean, he avoids that traffic and could have had a loss in the backfield, but he makes the completion, and it turned that drive around totally.
Yep. And Jupiter trying.
Looked like he stepped out, but I didn't see the ref call it.
Well, let's wait and see the mark. So, have an update over in
over at Acadiana. We just got an update. It's 29-7, I think, and we got word that Coach Oliver has been ejected from that game, so must have some tempers flaring or something's going on for Coach O. We just confirmed that with some of the Santa Monica faithful over in Acadiana. So as frustrating as playing those Wrecking Rebels can be, or Wrecking Rams, no telling, but we hope Santa Monica can get it together.
So first down, and there's a little skirmish in the backfield as the pass is incomplete. No flag. You see the two guys coming back now. It was the left tackle and the right defensive end. So the pass is incomplete.
And it really looks like Zachary has made some adjustments here. They're playing a little tighter, got a little too deep zone going, and there's not many places for the Spartan receivers to find a little spot to sit in.
They have to do something here because this, in a lot of games when you're playing a top seed and a good team, this is where it kind of starts to unravel. They got to hold on right here for dear life. Second down. Pressure, gets away, runs. 25, first down.
Good job by Dunn. He's seen that middle linebacker, was at 44, Riley Howard, and he was spying on him the whole time. And for Dunn to get to the sideline before he did and get that first down, and then get down, have the wherewithal that, hey, man, this team needs me. I'm going to slide right here.
Right.
You know, because those guys are headhunting on that corner right there. You don't want to take a big hit.
And this is a big moment. They have to get plays like that because this is a moment where it could get to either 21-21 or 42-14. Seems like it's one or the other.
And look, I like seeing that.
Yes.
Get a little momentum going.
Yep.
Samuel going. Don't waste any time. Go right at it. Look, then the last play was a check with me. He went to the sideline. They changed formation to more of a balanced set. And, you know, Dunn did it with his legs on that one, but that's what it's going to take. We got a little tight trip formation to the right here.
2nd and 5. Deep pass.
Oh,
knocked away by number 42. Amari Sibley.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he don't get a hand on that ball, that's about a 10, 12-yard gain and a first down right there.
But it falls incomplete. It's 3rd and 5. And St. Aug and Catholic tied at 21. Actually, another update. St. Aug is taking the lead again. 28-21. Thank you, Coach Email. Also, Ouachita leading Dedham 13-7. 3rd and 5. Actually, you see 27 now, Ouachita.
A little fake jet sweep, maybe a throwback.
Had to jump back.
And nobody really
overthrew his intended receiver. I think he was going to Hobby right there, but it was overthrown and incomplete.
Yeah, the way it was set up, I was wondering if he was going to do a little throwback to Walter Samuel. That he may, if Coach Lee has some eyes up in the press box, somebody may see that, and that might be a good play, kind of like a little misdirection off that jet sweep.
So it's 4th and 5 now. Destrehan leads Woodlawn 19-7.
Yeah, let's see if Kern can make this happen again. Now, I can't see the number on the Zachary returner, but he's back a good 15 yards from where he was on that on that first kick. He's not going to let Kern do that to him again.
They learned their lesson.
Great punt again.
Down to the 12. And it gets past Johnson. And goes out of bounds. Good return, about 18 yards.
Good coverage by EA there, because a lot of times, you know, when you got a guy with that caliber in the back, you can outkick your coverage. But looked like EA stayed disciplined in their lanes and ran him out of bounds. Great punt again by Kern.
You need a turnover right here or a defensive stop. You haven't had a real defensive stop except for the one on downs at the end of the first half. And this is where you got to make a stand, because if it gets to 28-14, this game might be over.
Yeah, Zachary's been rolling.
324 to 121 on total yards. And there's a handoff. Wisham, and a good job by the defense.
Yeah, look, that's that same play they've been running, that they've been getting around that right end. But Antoine Foster, number 1, came up and made containment, kept it in, and he had to cut up where his buddies were to come back in and make the tackle for half a yard. That's what EA has to do. They have to stretch it and turn those guys back in. If they get around a corner, Zachary got some speed. And it's not easy they big too. It's not easy to tackle those guys out in open space.
Sidney Joseph also in on the tackle along with a couple of other Spartans. Inside of 2.5 minutes, pitch out.
Yeah, there's that pitch on outside.
And they get a first down.
Yeah, they overloaded the right side, and that's that you know, you're going to have to figure out a way, EA, to contain, to cut that guy back in. But, man, you had a lot of blockers out front there.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm impressed with is the blocking. The receivers block, everybody blocks downfield, and they just set up a convoy for the running backs to run behind.
Yeah, they were set up in like a tight formation with the sniffer back and everybody else, and they just tossed it out, and you got a lot of people out in front of you, and they're running that to the short side of the field.
Yes.
Which a lot of times you don't think you're going to be able to get around the corner, especially against a team as athletic as East Ascension.
Absolutely. 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper.
They fake it.
And he's ridden down. as after a short gain. And so he's taken down by 33 for the Spartans. That's Rajanti Gustav.
Tell you what, if you EA, you like that play. Holstein running up the middle.
I know.
I'll take that play all day long. I think the Spartans got that
absolutely
contained. That's not going to be a big one. They faked that pitch, though.
Yes.
Same thing to the short side.
So they're getting inside of a minute. Second and 9, and there's the handoff. Wisham
good containment.
Waiting for the blockers, but nothing happens as Lee Jr. gets him after a short gain of about 4.
But look, Jeff, good job by Joshua Burfeck, the outside linebacker. He got outside leverage and made the guy cut back in, and that's where Lee Jr. is able to get him. You have to get that outside leverage. If you let them get around the end, it's 9, 10, 12-yard gain every time.
This is a big play right here. This is a chance for East Ascension to make a defensive stop. We haven't seen that in a while. Hot snap, but he gets it. Holstein rolls out, and it's knocked away. Big play, big play.
Good timing play right there. That's
Bolden.
Yeah, Lamar Bolden. I'll tell you what, right when the ball got there, he got there. That was a good play by Bolden. He came up fast.
And I tell you what, we're going to get to the end of this quarter, and East Ascension is going to be trailing most likely. But I can tell you one thing, it's kind of mission accomplished in one sense. It's a one-possession game going into the fourth quarter.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Zachary's first punt?
Yes.
First punt, yeah.
3 turnovers, 1 stop on down.
This is a win for East Ascension to have them punt.
And we're about to head to the fourth quarter, perhaps with a one-possession game. A lot of people, and there's the mistake.
Scoop and score.
No, that's not going to be a scoop and score, I believe it. Or is it? Yes.
He's saying down.
Yeah, he's going to be down, and it's going to be possession for Zachary at the 15.
Yeah, muff punt. You can't advance the muff punt.
Yes. Oh boy, it's still going to be a one-possession game.
Did he call for a fair catch on that?
I don't think so. I think Broussard went and got it.
Yeah, it was dying down. I couldn't see if he called for a fair catch. It was a low wobbly spiral that kind of died, and I think it fooled him.
Yeah.
And he reached out at the last minute like he couldn't get under it.
I think I cursed it.
And look, you're taught at that point, try to catch it because every time it bounces, that's another first down.
So we'll take a break. It is a one-possession game, but Zachary got the ball back. So we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
All right, fourth quarter, and we're going to look at the replay one more time and see this. Did not call for the fair catch.
Now it's wide open. Yeah, with a muff punt, it saves us a little bit. But look, the EA defense did their job. They held them and made them punt. And then it was a low punt, low wobbly spiral that seemed to die, and I think we misjudged it there. But look, fourth quarter, Coach Lee got everybody up. I'm sure he said, hey, seniors, let's go. This is your last ride.
Yep.
Fourth quarter's ours. Go make something happen. Let's hope the defense, tall task right here.
But you just stopped them. You got to tell them that. You just stopped them once.
You stopped them. Let's do it again. 15 yards. See if we can get a stop.
And there's the handoff.
Good contain.
And
get him down.
Wisham will not get there. Is the ball on the ground? No. He was still up on his feet.
This that little stretch play to the wide side of the field this time. I think EA did a great job. Look, just keep stretching. And look, I tell you what, Antoine Foster, that guy, all night he has ran sideline to sideline from his outside linebacker position. He is going to be one wore-out dude when this is over.
He broke about 4 tackles on that play and just to gain 4 yards. So that's very impressive, actually, for the tailback, Connor Wisham, senior running back for the Broncos. And it's Wisham again, and Lambert rides him down and pulls him back.
Yep, the bookend defensive ends, Lambert and Lee right there. And they just came in and met at him, picked up a couple. But look, 3rd and long 4.
Yep.
So you got a shot here.
So in the college and the pros, you see a lot of fade routes right here to the corner, and I see big number 4, Jordan Williams, here on the left side.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're going to throw it here.
And then you got the other guy, the other big guy, 82, Charles Robinson on the other side.
Definitely some mismatches. They could
did run it, and they got a truck through that hole.
Yep.
That's 1st and goal. And more. They blew the whistle.
Maybe everybody thought they were going to throw it. I really thought for sure he was going to throw it on that 3rd down there, being up by 2. And
when you got two big receivers left and right that can catch the ball, it's just pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah, that shows some confidence in the Zachary offensive line here. Yep. And look, they bringing in a whole new unit.
Wow.
They going big. Yeah, they bringing in a whole big heavy unit. They bringing in your linebacker with the big cowboy collar. They looking to smash heads.
East Ascension brought in Dayton Joseph, and they answered with that. As they tries to ride over the top.
Fumble!
Ball's on the ground. East Ascension has it. He did not cross the plane.
He did not. No, and look, if you're Zachary and you can try a quarterback sneak from the 5-yard line, hey, that's
odd.
Yeah, that just. And that's a fumble. Stripped it from him.
Yep.
Great.
Kendrick Broussard. Broussard.
We were just talking about something big got to happen. And, that play call by Zachary, a little suspect there that's going to quarterback sneak from the 5 out of the shotgun.
As I was saying before the muff punt, 1 possession game and they have the ball.
Yep.
What else do you want?
Oh, this is it. Let's get a long run.
And that ball was on the ground, and Dunn picks it up, but that's not going to be anything.
I'll tell you what, all game, Jeff, I've been waiting for that Walter Samuel to just bust one. He always seems to have one when everybody jumbles up in the middle, and then he just flies out of there.
And you remember the Woodlawn game, we were there. He did it twice, one on a run and one on a pass reception.
He did it against Dutchtown twice, too.
Absolutely.
And he just has that breakaway speed, and I think he done it against Southside. Or was that Jacoby?
No, they both had nice runs near the end of the game. 2nd and 9. Pressure downfield.
Lucky.
Should have been picked. Kylan Jackson, number 9, he is furious.
Yeah, that was, Dunn was flushed out. He's trying to make a play. I mean, he is trying. He got a guy on him. He's trying to make something happen.
He was looking for Mack, but they just didn't have enough mustard on that ball.
No, well, he's flushed out, throwing off his back foot.
Yep.
That's never a good thing. But he's trying to do something. He's trying to make something happen. Same formation with that trips to the right, and Dunn's going to be empty back set. A lot of times they pull Walter Samuel in motion here like a jet sweep sometimes.
And there's
a little screen to Mack.
Can he get there? No. Out of bounds at the 11.
Give him a little bit of room for the punt.
Yep.
And look, this is getting Stengel back to make a snap and all that from this angle. You never want your punter in the end zone. These are tough. They got some pucker factor going on. You're a little nervous about these, but you definitely need a pretty good punt.
So we go to the 4th quarter. He's averaged 44 yards a punt. Thank you, Patrick. And some other scores: Ouachita 20-14 over Denham. Newman 23-0 over Episcopal.
And I think Zachary content with. I don't think they're going to rush this. I think they fake it and going to drop back in.
Well,
looks like they came.
And it's taken at the 48. And wrapped up from behind. Same guy, Corey Johnson. He's got Senegal on the tackle. And so now there's 8:57 left to go, and this defense has to make a stop one more time, but this is the shortest field that they've had besides the interception.
Yeah, that was a good tackle right there. And, a little bit less than 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Your defense, they're getting a gut check right now because they are wore out.
And 4 turnovers. The defense, it's boom or bust for this defense. It's either touchdown or turnover most of the time. Pitch.
There's that pitch.
Short side. They get not 5. That's the backup, Stewart, on the carry.
Zachary loves to run that. You know, they got that one cornerback out on the outside right there, and if they can get that guy outside leverage, if they can stop his leverage and push him away, they got the gain. That's tough.
Yep. Maybe not quite 5. Let's call it 2nd and 6, but that's like 5.5. And the clock is still running, so he must not have gotten out of bounds. 8:28 left to go, and that clock is now it's starting to
starting to mean something now. Yeah, and Zachary looks like they've been in this situation before. They just milking and going slow.
Shotgun, Holstein. Caught, first down. You're giving him that cushion again, and that's 82, Robinson.
I'll tell you what, that was a good catch by Robinson. He had to jump up and get it. I mean, that ball wasn't thrown in a bullseye for sure, and he jumped up and grabbed it.
1st and 10, 31-yard line. East Ascension trying to upset the #1 team in the state. They need the ball back and they need points. They had a 14-0 lead, 21 unanswered for Zachary, and they had the lead. Handoff, Wisham. Gets about half of it.
Yeah.
That's actually Stewart. Excuse me, Stewart on the carry, and that's the story right here. 5 yards on first down, 4 or 5 every time.
Yeah, that makes it tough on that defense.
We saw this against Southside in the third quarter when they had their long sustained drive. They were getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, and that just gives the offense so many options.
Yeah, and Zachary's able to just throw that little 8 to 10 yard out in the flat, and it just softens them up.
2nd and 5 or 6. Holstein, same pass down there, and out of bounds. Incomplete.
I tell you what, that pitch and catch is not easy.
No.
I mean, Holstein's throwing that thing where only his guy can go up and get it and catch it, and those receivers are going to get it. Look at this.
This is Robertson,
look at that,
but
man.
you see pushing him out of bounds.
Great
Keith
play.
Thomas with the play right there.
Great play.
He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
Stops the clock, 6:47, 21-14.
I mean, this EA defense is playing with a lot of heart. There's no quitting these guys.
No. Their defense has definitely stepped it up over the last 7-8 minutes of this ball game. Holstein shotgun, keeper, and he gets away from Lambert and gets the first.
So big and powerful, huh?
Yep.
Man, I mean, I'm looking at him on the side of Lambert. They look the same size. You know, that's 6'3", 230 pounds.
Yep.
Big guys.
He's a big quarterback. And a first down at the 20. Red zone again.
Yeah, and I think the Spartan defense is getting a little tired here, Jeff, especially the big guys and the linebackers.
Yep. They need to suck it up and get one more turnover.
Yep.
And a handoff up the middle. Oh, they are definitely tired. And down at the 2, big 34, Cameron Stewart.
Yeah, now they're just gashing up the middle, Jeff. Now, I would bet that they're not going to run that quarterback sneak out of the shotgun right here. I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to run something else, but man.
Holstein is directly responsible for all 4 turnovers. and Brewerton's a good coach.
Yes.
You got to think he's learned his lesson.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to have him with that opportunity again. Holstein may want it. Oh, man. Good.
And Wisham rode down again.
There's Foster again, Antoine Foster. Hit him, initial hit in the back.
And they knocked his helmet off. Does he have to check out here? I think they've already decided that. It looks like Stewart's already in the game.
It looks like he's limping a little. I tell you what, Foster hit him pretty good from the side.
Yeah.
Foster's played one great game. He's been all over, been calling his number a good bit.
And he's down. And so we'll take a break. And it's 21-14. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
14 for East Ascension, unanswered in the first quarter, but Zachary is coming back, and they have a 21-14 lead as we are inside of 6 minutes left to go in the game. It's Jeff, and the running back has gone off the field of Wisham, and they're going to bring in the other back, Stewart, 34.
I think they had to with Wisham being had his helmet off, and he looked like he was shaking up a little bit.
Yeah, he was. He was hit hard by Foster. And a Tebow
jump pass, incomplete.
I was about to say, if they run him again.
Like they run him again, 5 fumbles. Let's go. 5 turnovers.
My goodness.
Well, and I seen, it looked like Coach Brewerton right before the play, he was out at the hash mark almost, talking to Holstein, telling him something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was, hey, we're going to run the jump pass, fake it, or I don't know if that's an option play for him on that play or not, but he was in his ear, but he was all the way out to the hash.
That was Cameron Walker, a tight end. You see him in the backfield a lot. He was the receiver.
Big third down play here.
Absolutely.
They stuffed him.
4th down.
Hey, that's a big stop.
Cameron Stewart doesn't get much. Do they go for it, or do they kick and make it a 2-possession game? I don't know what kind of kicker they have. Their kicker is
it's almost an extra point. It's almost an extra point at this point.
I think that's the right call.
I think you take the point. Yeah, I would go for the field goal.
I think they're going to run the clock down here and make a decision. And we have a whistle. So a timeout has been called.
Ascension.
And so let's see if they come back with the kickers. And let's go ahead and take a look at the all-time series. This is the rubber match. If this was the World Series, we'd be at Game 7 right now. 3-3 is the all-time record. East Ascension won the first 2, then Zachary won 3 in a row. And then in 2019, East Ascension, that was an upset back there in 2019. They beat, I don't recall, I think they may have won state in 18.
I think in 16, that 51-14, I was here watching that game. That was Lindsey Scott with Zachary, the Gatorade Player of the Year in Louisiana.
And he also defeated Dutchtown in the regular season and the playoffs that year. And that was a tough one.
Yes, that was a pretty good Zachary High School football team.
Yeah, and it was tough because Lindsey Scott, I taught him freshman year at Dutchtown.
Yeah, and then he
winds up at Zachary and wins the whole thing.
They were actually, he played at Nichols last night. A couple of Ascension Parish boys. Santa Ma's KJ Franklin had a touchdown pass, had a good game. Lindsey played about half the game, but and I think at the end of it, Lindsey had a pretty decent game, and Nichols ended up beating Southeastern.
Yeah,
he's undefeated.
And you see the Zachary High School, and they've won 3 5A titles since 15, and the most recent one in 18, like we were talking about. And they're 24-3 in the playoffs.
Wow.
Not in 3 seasons. 24-3 in the playoffs. That's 8-to-1 ratio.
Wow, you only play 5 games.
Yeah, exactly. So
and if you don't win at all, you get a loss. That's not very many, 3 years.
Exactly. 4:48 Do they kick or do they
Looks
go
like
for
they
it?
going for it.
Yeah.
No, they kicking. They kicking. Here's in
96.
Laying the tee down, so they're going to go for the kick. And look, a little tidbit here, Jeff.
Yeah.
After the hurricane, we noticed that the net is down, so this guy's getting ready to kick sort of back in the old school days. It's going to go on Burnside, and I think they had some police officers out there trying to stop traffic.
Well, here comes a truck.
Somebody put it in the bed of that truck.
It's up. It's good. Two-possession game.
It's on Burnside.
Yeah. Kellen Conishan with the field goal, and it's 24-14. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Wash and Roll Express Car Wash, Austin Fire Systems, SKR Construction, Walk-Ons for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
It's 24-14, 4:38. Zachary with 24 unanswered, starting to pull away from East Ascension. East Ascension, if they don't score right here, this game might be over.
Yeah, I mean, 2 scores with 4:38, like you said, it's going to be tough.
And it's taken at the 10. And breaks through, runs into his own guy, but he gets free to 45.
Good return by Thompson.
Yep.
And he kind of had to do a little stutter step around the 25, ran into his own guy.
Yep.
And then seen a seam in a crease, and he took it.
So a short field that they have to work with. That's a good thing for East Ascension. And you see right there, I believe that was a hobby. Joseph Hobby that he ran into.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that might have helped out a little bit, kind of stutter step, and boom, he had a seam there all of a sudden. So look, great field position here.
Oh, we had a penalty? Now they're going to push it back. That was a late penalty.
I didn't see the flag, Jeff.
Neither did I.
You know, I wonder if that stutter step right there, you seen one of the EA guys?
Yeah, that was Hobby.
Hobby holding his hands up. I wonder if he hit that guy in the back or what happened.
A lot of times you put your hands up, you're guilty. I wasn't taking any cookies, Mama.
Yeah, wouldn't me.
Mm-hmm. First down. Done deep. And caught.
Oh, he got his toe down. Great catch. Great catch by Starks. That was a toe tap catch right there on the sideline.
Yep. And he found that hole in the zone between the two defenders.
Isn't Starks a basketball player?
I think so.
I think that was like a rebound. He went up and got that thing and tapped his left toe down. Great play.
Found the hole and they connected. 24 yards on the play. First and 10 from the 44. Do or die for East Ascension. Low snap. Done pressure.
Get rid of it.
Rolls, throws.
Got it.
Inbounds.
Good catch again. Another little toe tap.
That's Hobby.
Yep, go to the playmakers. I like the tempo here, Jeff.
Yep.
I like the tempo. Look, Zachary's starting to rotate out a little bit. Let's go.
He had the foot. All you need is one.
I tell you what, these EATEL Game of the Week cameramen are impressive.
Yep.
They're impressive.
We're glad to have Nolan on the sideline. As long as he's not getting hit in the head by a football. Remember that from the Woodlawn game. Snap. Looking left, fade. And contact.
A lot of hand checking. Lots of hand checking.
Flag.
Man,
no flag.
It was both ways there, but I tell you what, the EA fans want a flag. They're calling for it.
That was Veal, who's been on that outside linebacker spot a lot.
Oh, look, he might have had it. His looked like his right hand was on his shoulder.
He had the shoulder pass.
Yeah, that was close.
Well, you hear this in the playoffs in in football, in college, in the pros, when you get down to crunch time, they always say they're going to let them play.
Let them play, yeah. And look, the Spartan offensive line did a great job right there. Dunn had the time.
Pressure from behind, gets free.
Get rid of it. Nope.
He'll be down at the 30, no gain.
Yeah, might as well call a timeout here, Darnell. Got two timeouts left.
They're not going to call one, but they got to hurry.
Down. He's going to go. He's going to wait.
They need more yards to get the field goal because you got to wonder how close they can get if they wind up in field goal range.
Yeah, right now you're looking at a 41 or 48-yard field goal.
It's possible.
That's a toss. Well, Kern has the leg, but that's a toss-up. You'd like it to be a little bit closer than that.
Yep.
Maybe to tie it, but not to. Yeah, after you make a touchdown.
And shotgun setting up the screen.
Oh, right through his hands.
He dropped it, but it looked like he was going to.
He had somebody on him anyway. Yeah, wasn't sure.
Riley Howard. So it's 4th down. They're going to have to go for it.
Yeah. They don't have many more chances, many more receptions.
So this is.
I tell you what. Yeah, that was a tough one from Walter right there. I think he knew he had a little bit, but you had 44.
Yeah.
Riley Howard right there from Zachary on him.
This is the season right here. They don't convert it right here. It's probably done.
Yeah, they're going to go. This is their base offense. Look, they run in stacks to the right. And twins out to the left.
Looking left. Pressure.
Walter got somebody on him.
He's got a receiver wide open. He gets it. Caught.
He caught it. Great catch by
Mack.
That's Mack. Yep, boy, he came back for that ball. Good play. Oh, the refs are getting together. It's a catch.
Yes, it is. It's a catch.
Great play. I tell you what, Dunn was flushed out. Very good athletic play by Dunn.
And the season is still alive.
Still going.
2:55.
Let's get it in here, Spartans.
And a swing to Samuel. Got to get to the corner. He's wrestled down in a flag. He got him by the face mask.
His knee, too. He bent his knee. Man. That was an awkward way that Walter went down right there. It was a face mask, Jeff?
Yeah,
you seen that?
So.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Let's see. Most definitely.
He fell on his knee.
Yeah.
Face mask and got his knee.
And so let's assess the penalty first.
And that's got to be half the distance for sure. That'd be a 15-yarder. That was a.
So let's wait for the officials, and then we'll take a timeout for them to sort it. But let's wait for the call first.
And Jeff, I'm wondering if that was, a behind. Was that a lateral pass almost?
Yes, it was.
I think it was a lateral pass.
That would count as a run.
It's counted as a run, yeah. Counted as a rushing attempt.
Okay, so they're marking it at the 5. So I believe that's what the personal foul is going to be. So that it has to be a face mask.
Half the distance, automatic first down, right?
Yes. So I believe it's going to be. I think it's going to be 1st and goal, but we will see. If it's not, they have about 1.5 yards to get for a first down. But we're going to break while they tend to Samuel. So it's 24-14. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
Daily routines change, but the land stays the same. There's ground to cover, a herd to feed, and you still have to make it back in time to get a clean start on tomorrow. So run with us on a John Deere Gator, because being linked to the land means the work never stops. Nothing runs like a deer.
At Ascension Equipment, save more today and mow tomorrow.
1st and goal, 24-14, East Ascension.
And that was good to see Walter Samuel on his own power and not have to get carried off. So that's very promising for the senior.
East Ascension is fighting for their lives.
I'm sorry, I said senior. He's a junior. He can go.
Okay. And that time they give it up the middle to Johnson.
No. It was a jet sweep touchdown. Touchdown, Spartans.
That was a reverse.
Jet sweep,
I got fooled. So did they. That's Xavier Jupiter.
They had been running that jet sweep the whole time, and they'd been faking it. He gave it to him.
And there's life.
Onside kick's coming, huh? Let's make this extra point.
You got to think it's an onside kick.
It has to be.
Turn with the extra point.
Good.
It's good.
Tell you what, fourth down conversion was big.
Yes.
Completion to Mack. Great play by Dunn.
And
tremendous.
Yes, that was a character drive right there. And we're going to keep it here. We're not going to break. And now you got the options. They have 2 timeouts left, 2:21 left to go in the game. If they kick deep and make a defensive stop, they probably get the ball with about 90 seconds left. But there's no guarantee that you're going to stop them. Because
I don't know what you do here, Jeff. I mean, Zachary's made a 85-yard drive, a 90-yard drive. They've proven they can go to distance.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you got to onside kick it here. I'm thinking you got to take your chances. I mean, you still got to stop them 3 and out. I know it's a little bit shorter, but let's see.
And I'm going to guess that Holstein is not on the hands team.
No.
If he is, kick it to him.
I mean, Zachary's thinking onside. I mean, they're lined up. They got the deep guys back at the 26-yard line.
Yep.
But Kern looks like he might just kind of squib this thing a little bit and barely tap it. He normally does the pooch, only sets up about 3 yards.
He kicks it deep.
Going deep, yep, no return.
He will return it from the 5. And he gets the corner, goes to the 20 and out of bounds.
Yep.
2:12. So you figure, there's going to be about a minute 20, a minute 30 left if they can make a stop.
Yep. So Coach Lee decides to kick it deep and hopefully hold them to a 3 and out. Right.
Right. If Zachary gets a first down, ball game.
Well, East Ascension's defense has been keeping them in ball games all year. So pretty good confidence in that defense.
And so you see 34 in the backfield. That's Stewart.
You got to think Zachary's going to run, right? I mean, why would they put it in the air?
And about 3 or 4. Timeout.
Yep.
2:05. So about 4 seconds run off the clock or less. And we'll keep it here, and let's talk about what's coming up. And football season's just about over. East Ascension is probably the last team standing after tonight, hoping to advance their season. But basketball's on the way. And so let's talk about what we got coming up in a couple of weeks. You got the Gold Dome Classic at Santa Monica. We're going to be doing some games out there. And then the next week, you got the Spartan Classic, which is going to be played out here at East Ascension. And so we're planning to do a couple of those for our games of the week. Santa Monica will be in action. Donaldsonville will be in action. East Ascension will be in action at these tournaments. So we expect to kind of get the whole parish started out.
And they always got some good teams coming in. You know, so it's some good basketball. Come out, support your local guys. It'll be fun.
2nd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Handoff. 1.
No, maybe 1 yard.
Timeout.
Hey.
2 minutes.
Yep, and
so if they make a stop here, they get the ball. 40 more seconds, a minute 20, about 5 seconds on the play. About a minute 10.
Coach Brewerton doesn't want to throw anything here, but a little rollout, fake play action up the middle, a little rollout. You got to be prepared for that. I'm sure East Ascension's going to stack it right here to stop the run.
And they've given cushion a lot to those receivers on the outside.
They had the little flat pass.
They got to play tight right here. I mean, if you give up the big play, so what? It doesn't matter because the first down ends it, a touchdown ends it, it doesn't matter.
That's
so
right.
they got to play aggressive right here.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Coach Brew's going to dial up here. Does he get aggressive to keep the ball away from East Ascension? Or does it, because I think EA, if he tries to run up the middle again, EA can stop him. That's what I'm thinking.
Now, Joseph, you got Sidney in there, but not Aiden.
That's right. And they're going with a 3-man front.
They're expecting
pass. They're doing that pass to the flats.
And did he drop it?
He caught it.
He caught it.
There.
They gave him the cushion again. God, dug it.
Yep, and now that, and you wonder what he was going to do, and East Ascension was playing that modified defense again where Lee backed out and stood up as a linebacker to do the read and probably spy a little bit, and that little pass in the flat all night long right there.
Darius Walker on the coverage, just too much room.
And I mean, Holstein throws it where only his guy can catch it on the outside, a little back shoulder again.
Now it's saying East Ascension has a timeout left.
I think.
You know what might have happened because of the injury? No, that was a different play. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know if they gave them enough.
Okay, so.
It says one timeout left on the clock, but I think that they've used them all.
He's saying, it looks like Coach Lee is saying something about a stutter step out of bounds. I mean, there's no replay in high school.
Right.
So, I mean, he's saying it was a catch.
Something looked awkward from our vantage point.
I mean, he was back. His hands were up and he was stutter stepping.
Right. And I tell you what.
Coach Lee's wearing the white hat out.
And so I think one of the things in which was smart by Coach Brewerton is they're going to give him a timeout right here. And I'm not sure what the discussion is besides I think it was a bad call, I think, on the East Ascension side. But you know why? You know what you do right there, and you know why they got that call? You threw it to your side of the field. And everybody's going to be cheering. Everybody's like, he caught it, yeah. And so then if he throws it on that East Ascension side, I bet they call it incomplete.
Yeah, probably so. And, I mean, look, Coach Lee's asked him to go and do another conference, and the White Hats, and the White Hats getting everybody together. They go and talk about it.
I don't think it's going to work.
It'd be highly unusual if it does, but if somebody's seen something and they can make it definitive. They're coming back and talk to Coach Lee now. They point at the scoreboard. I'm not sure what they're saying, maybe time or how many timeouts.
Now there's 0 left, so now they can run out the clock and win the game.
Yeah, they're saying it's first down.
So I think this is it. They can just kneel on the ball.
Yeah, they're not setting up in a victory formation, so.
Handoff. And not much, but the clock is running. And now East Ascension's going to call a timeout. So I guess they said they had 1 left. I don't know. I think they got 4, but who's counting? And I'm going back to that point that I wanted to bring out. You run that play to your side of the field. And one of the things I remember watching the videos about the 2009 Saints, when they played the Super Bowl, they interviewed Sean Payton, and he said that he wanted to kick in the second half, but they wanted to kick left on the ambush because he wanted it on that side of the field.
Side of the field, yeah.
And so, like, if there was any doubt, then everybody was going to be in his ear. All the people are going to be in that official's ear. Yeah, he got it. Yeah,
if there's any doubt, he calls it your way. It goes your way.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Exactly. I think that was really smart for them to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, that little pass to the flat on the short side of the field has been a thorn in EA's side all night long. It's that little 8 to 10 yard out, and it's extremely hard to defend.
Yeah, and they just give them too much space.
And it's probably a decision that I'll give you that instead of the big one, and then we'll see what happens.
Second down, handoff, need a fumble. Not going to get it. I'm not sure why they're even running the ball, period.
Yeah, because you can't stop it now.
They
There's another
can't.
40-second clock.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to snap the ball on third down with a minute left. Might have 20 seconds, huh?
So 26 and 25. So they're going to snap this with about 58 seconds.
And then it's going to be fourth down. And then it'll go down another 40 seconds. They're going to have to kick it. Maybe 20 seconds left, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, that one little play in the flat right here, you
two, handoff, fourth down.
And they're going to have to punt.
51, so they're going to kick with about, the clock is, okay, so
10 seconds.
10 seconds, so the punt will probably run the clock out.
It's going to be close. Zachary will probably run it down to a timeout, huh?
Yeah. So I think what the argument is, we're getting some assistance from Patrick Email from home, who's watching the game tonight, and he said that he believes that the clock was still running. The officials called for the clock to continue running, which would have forced East Ascension to call a timeout right there.
Right.
And so I think he was arguing he was out of bounds. So they all out of bounds. We shouldn't be using a timeout right here, and I think that might be.
And they gave him the timeout back because they called it the very next play. So I guess it all evened out at some point. But 9 seconds left. You can see a punt here from Zachary, and I would imagine this is not going to be a returnable kick. That's what I would think.
Do you have a Music City Miracle in you?
Yeah.
Where you take it to one guy and you throw it across the field to the other, or just hope for a miracle? I don't know.
I'm trying to think back.
You go all out block right here.
Yeah, try to hope for a bad snap or muff punt, something,
4 turnovers already tonight. Let's see if they even put anybody in the backfield. Looks like they're going to. Kendrick Broussard is deep, but he's only about 15 yards, 10 yards at the line of scrimmage. They may just go all out block right here.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
And if he gets,
almost got to put somebody deep, huh?
Yeah, and they're going to call their last timeout. You see the score, 24-21. East Ascension fighting. They started the game out well, and they're closing it out well. In the middle, Zachary scored 24 unanswered.
That second and third quarter was tough for EA. They dominated the first quarter, 14-0, and in the first play of the second quarter, Zachary bust that long run right up the right sideline.
Yep.
And that kind of got Zachary's momentum back, but still halftime you're 14-14.
Yeah.
It's a great place for the Spartans to be. And the third quarter, another methodical drive, and then the Spartans get a turnover on Holstein trying to do a quarterback sneak from the 5. Got that ball back and stopped them from scoring.
And this team shows character. They came back. Their defense made some stops when this game was on the verge of being 28-14 or worse. And East Ascension, with 9 seconds left, has a chance to win. And
I'm trying to think, too, that in your time watching the Spartans this year, did they return a punt or a kickback?
I don't believe.
I can't remember. I don't remember they did.
Now
this would be a good time to be number 1, yeah.
Jupiter's back at the 35.
I think you have to put him. No, he's off.
Now he's coming off. Now they're bringing one of the Joseph boys
I guess they going for it. Because there's no punt.
They're not going to punt. They're just going to run and take a safety.
Yeah,
and he's just going to stay there. He doesn't have to go anywhere. The clock's going to run out.
Yep. Got a flag. It's going to be.
So let's see what happens. Let's see the flag.
I didn't even think about that,
totally
Jeff.
Forgot about that.
Brewerton's one step ahead of us.
That's why we're here and he's there.
And Coach Lee knew what was going on, too.
Still waiting to sort it out.
Well, there's a flag to see who it's on. The game can't end on a defensive penalty, but it would be their ball anyway on a first down if that's the case. I really didn't see that one coming, Jeff. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Holding on the offense, but that doesn't matter, does it?
I don't think it does. Clock ran out. You can only.
It can't end on a defensive
penalty, but not an offensive penalty. So let's see how this sorts out. Are they gonna make them run one more play?
But they're just gonna do the same thing. Actually, at this point, they could just take a knee. Ball game. If they do make them run.
Yeah, but it's only 4th down. You take the penalty, it's your ball, right?
Well,
I mean,
if
you decline it,
then the game's over.
Yeah. So what do you do? Do you try to make them snap it again? I mean, how does that?
I think the ball game's over.
Ball game.
No, still waiting. So
just in case something, make them snap it and.
So now let's see what they do. Now there's no time on the clock. All they got to do is
you just snap it and kneel it down. Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you, it's an odd end, huh?
Yeah.
This is a game of chess with the rule books.
Yep. And that's it.
Yep.
Final score 24-21.
And tell you, well-fought game by the Spartans.
And the word I'm going to use is escapes with a victory.
Yes.
Because East Ascension gave it their best shot. Yes, Zachary dominated this game statistically, and East Ascension needed 4 turnovers to stay in it. But you know what? They did. And I know a lot of people that I talked to and a lot of people that I read thought this game was going to be a blowout. And it wasn't. But East Ascension's season is over.
Yeah, and Jeff, I watched a lot of EA football all the way from Brother Martin, and to see the growth and in this team, you know, they had a canceled jamboree because of an incident that happened to LHSA. They couldn't play that game.
Yeah.
And then to bounce back and end up where you're at right here with a tight game against Brother Martin when it started out. I think they had a great district. Run that they did. They had a shot to share, but the Gators got them on this field a couple of weekends ago. But good season by Coach Lee and the Spartans.
Now we're going to keep it here for a little while. We're going to get the East Ascension alma mater as they close out their season, and this is going to wrap up our football season on EATEL Sports. Next week, we're not going to have a game because there is no football game next week. All the teams are going to be eliminated in Ascension Parish. We're going to have a replay of one of the games of the week from this season, one of the parish games. So we're going to have that next week. And then the week after that, we're going to start basketball. And so we're going to move on to the winter sports in 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. And so we're going to do a lot of basketball. We're going to do some soccer because that was fun last year. Swack and I had a good time doing that, even though I don't know a lot about soccer, but I'm faking it. And neither does Swack, but that's okay.
Do the best you can.
Yep. We're going to have some. I don't believe we're going to have a Dutchtown Santa Maria doubleheader in December or January. I forget. Lyle and I were talking about the schedule coming up, but we're going to have a lot of basketball coming up in the next few weeks, and we can get some soccer, and then we're going to have some baseball, and softball. So our season for football is over, but our season at EATEL Sports is only about a quarter of the way done. So we are going to look forward to that. As you see, handshakes and good sportsmanship on both sides. Both of these sides, really wanted it, but they sucked it up and shook hands at the end.
Yeah, I think Zachary, hadn't played East Ascension, but definitely got some respect.
So we're getting ready. I believe that Zachary is playing their alma mater right now.
And Zachary filled the stands. That was a good. They had a good following tonight.
Yes, they did.
They brought some people.
So after the Zachary alma mater, we'll get to the East Ascension alma mater for one final time tonight. on to EA. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Before I say goodbye, though, Jeff, I want to thank you for stepping in this season. And after your one audition last season, you stepped in a bunch and did a good job. And I know you're proud of, and we're very thankful to you, not just for covering these games, but getting these fields ready. So thanks for everything you've done for us.
Well, thank you, Jeff. You and Lyle and Swack. Really appreciate the opportunity to come in and do some games for you. Nothing more loved in Ascension Parish football, and this is a great way to support and once again appreciate the opportunity that EATEL Game of the Week has given me to come and have a little fun.
And thanks to Lyle Boudreau at home for giving us all the information and setting up these broadcasts. Thanks to Andre, our director, who does an awesome job and is out here 3-4 hours before the game setting everything up on his own, and we love him for that. And thanks to Nolan, the sideline cam, amazing this year. And the rest of our crew, thanks to everybody who's been out here. And that's going to do it for football. On to basketball in 2 weeks. I'm Jeff Porsche, he's Jeff Pyron, and everybody else. Thanks for watching. You've been watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.